Hey everyone, so 2026, it's right around the corner, and for CPA firms, it is shaping up to be a perfect storm of new challenges. If you're looking to not just survive, but actually thrive, there's a huge strategy we need to talk about right now: strategic outsourcing.
So let me ask you straight up, is your firm really ready for what's coming? The pressures are definitely mounting. And for a lot of firms, the old ways of doing things, well, they're being stretched to their absolute breaking point.
So first up, let's talk about the 2026 CPA Challenge. We're going to break down the new pressures that are pretty much forcing a whole new approach for modern firms. And it's not just one of these things, it's how they all pile on top of each other. Think about it. Rising costs make every new hire more expensive. But at the same time, staffing shortages make finding good people feel almost impossible. Then you throw in more complex regulations and clients who want everything done yesterday and with zero mistakes. Yeah, you've got a serious squeeze.
And the cost of not adapting to this? Oh, it's incredibly high. And I'm not just talking about money. Inefficiency, it leads to project delays, it leads to costly mistakes, and maybe the most damaging thing of all, it leads directly to team burnout. Your best people get totally bogged down in routine work, and you can just watch morale plummet.
So how in the world do you break out of this cycle? Well, that brings us to the solution: strategic outsourcing. This is a modern answer for these very modern challenges. Okay, so what is strategic outsourcing exactly? Well, it's all about leveraging skilled offshore teams, often in places like India, to handle your core, time-consuming functions. This is what empowers your firm, freeing up your in-house experts to focus on the stuff that really moves the needle, that high-value strategic advisory work for your clients.
And let me be clear, in today's world, this isn't just some fringe idea or a nice-to-have option anymore. For any firm that wants to stay profitable and competitive, it is quickly becoming an absolute necessity.
All right, so let's get practical. How does outsourcing actually work when it comes to streamlining your most important functions?
It all starts with the backbone of any firm: bookkeeping. When you outsource this, you're making sure that all the daily transactions and reconciliations are handled with total precision. The result? You get a clean, reliable data foundation. And that means you can make faster, smarter decisions for your clients.
Next up, payroll. Let's be honest, it's time-sensitive, it's complex, and it's just loaded with compliance risks. A dedicated offshore team can manage all those detailed calculations and deductions, making sure you're compliant with U.S. regulations. This saves your team countless hours and, more importantly, protects you from some really expensive errors.
And of course, we have to talk about tax prep. During busy season, the sheer volume of work can be completely overwhelming. Outsourcing the data collection and the return prep means your in-house experts can finally shift away from that compliance paperwork and focus on high-impact strategic tax planning. And that is a way more valuable service for your clients.
Okay, so we've covered the how, but now let's get to the best part: the why. Let's look at the tangible benefits, the real strategic payoff of doing this.
This comparison really says it all. I mean, look at the transformation. On the left, you've got the old way. Your staff is bogged down, you have high fixed costs, and there's that constant risk of burnout. But on the right, after outsourcing, it's a whole new world. Your team is focused on high-value advisory, your costs are flexible, morale is up, and you're being proactive with your clients. It's really a night and day difference.
The key thing to see here is that you're not just trading one benefit for another. You're actually gaining across the board. You get reduced costs, faster turnaround times, better accuracy, the ability to scale up or down, and maybe most important of all, that enhanced strategic focus for your core team.
Now here's a huge benefit that often gets overlooked: the time zone difference. With a team in India, your firm can operate on a near 24-hour cycle. Your U.S. team finishes their day, and the work just continues overnight. This can dramatically speed up your client deliverables, giving you a massive competitive edge.
All right, so you see the benefit. You're probably thinking, this sounds great, but how do I actually make it work? Well, this final section is your roadmap to getting it right.
Success really comes down to these 5 best practices. First, define crystal clear processes. Everybody needs to be on the same page. 2, use collaborative tools so your onshore and offshore teams stay perfectly aligned. 3, and this is important, start gradually. Don't try to outsource everything at once. Pick one thing, like bookkeeping, and build from there. 4, make data security your absolute #1 priority. No compromises. And 5, track your performance metrics so you can see what's working and continuously improve. At the end of the day, it really just comes down to this. In 2026, efficiency is no longer optional. It's essential. This isn't about finding some slight edge anymore. This is about building a resilient firm that is truly ready for the future.
So I'll leave you with one final thought to really consider. Take a hard look at your firm's operations, your team's workload, and your plans for the next few years. Ask yourself, is my firm built for efficiency and growth, or is it on a path to burnout? The choice really is yours.